Get Kevbot. Local Kevin.
Local Kevin?
Authority on all things Kevin.
Oh yeah, I know that name. There's a lot of melee Kevins. Yeah, it's good for Fox. I have a playlist on YouTube about Fox ICs. It's like a collection of different videos people have made. Slug has a good one. Fiction has a couple good ones. Zuppy has a good one. Kill Nana. It's funny, like the screens, like this screen's like contrast is like really low or something. They look like CPUs or something. I don't know why. It's like the like allergy medicine commercials, like the before part, and then after you take the allergy medicine, it doesn't look like this anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the or like antidepressant commercials. They kind of do the same thing. This has been the Icy stream.
Yes.
This room's good.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
You got space.
It's like way better than the last one.
Recently fixed air conditioning, so we actually have air
Oh.
conditioning.
Oh yeah, I guess the other room just had a fan. Not that we really need AC at this moment, but
Yeah. Well, heat.
heat.
Heat is very important.
Heat, perhaps. And yeah, and the entrance is like a little bit harder to find. I mean, you more need a key card. There's no like side entrance.
Yeah.
You know, technically we weren't supposed to let people in, but there was one night they cared. It was like the night that like.
It was literally election night.
Yeah, it was election night. Yeah.
Which is valid.
I was like, I understand this is not where like stuff's gonna go down though, but I understand the concern.
Yeah.
What a night that was. Anyway.
Gaming. Gaming.
So there's like there's kind of a holiday break for Melee tournaments. Locals for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did a online bracket Monday, which was pretty big. Well, I think 66 people.
Right.
Doing this one today. I'm doing Fly tomorrow, and I'm going to Smash Valley on Saturday in Penn State. State College, PA. It's a funny name. Funny name for a town.
Like, we could go with anything better.
It's like, well, what's in the town? The State College. I mean, how old is Penn State as a school?
Pretty
Old?
Like that. Quite old. I mean, hold on. Let's look it up.
I know, like, there's a lot of old-ish stuff here. Or in PA. I don't know. UPenn's probably old.
UPenn's very old.
Yeah, why'd they put it there?
I think it was just. Yeah, but that's like a sub name of a big city.
Yeah, we're in Philadelphia, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's like that, and part of that's just like how places condense. Literally, they just put somewhere in the middle of nowhere and said, "Okay, that's State College. That's what we're calling it."
what's the place? Wasn't there a place like it's like Amish Town? Like, is that what it's called?
What?
There's a town, Amish Town, right? Or
I don't.
it's actually not that far from here. It's like an hour north of here. Yeah, it's like Amish Town. I mean,
I don't think it's.
Would it surprise you if there was an Amish Town, PA?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Like,
next to Mennoniteville.
yeah, I mean that is what Lancaster is. So fair enough.
Yeah. It's interesting how wide Pennsylvania is, because like to drive to Pittsburgh would be like 6 hours or something, right?
Yes.
Or more, maybe.
It's a little bit longer. It depends.
Isn't like State College like 3? So isn't that only like halfway?
3. But also keep in mind, there's actually a lot of height that you're covering.
Yeah.
It's not just straight west.
And Pittsburgh is like, it's like a good, I don't know, it's a long time. You can fly there. Because I was looking into going there for, what's it, Smash Pit or whatever?
Fight Pit?
Fight Pit, yeah.
I think my friend's actually running part of that event.
And I was like, I mean, maybe I'll go, but like driving there, I mean, it'd be fun. I don't have a car out here. And it's like pretty dang far. Because that's like how long I would drive to SoCal from NorCal.
Yeah.
San Francisco to LA is like, without traffic, 5.5 hours, like minimum. It's 100 Fox. But yeah, Pennsylvania is a larger East Coast state.
Yeah, and I think also part of it that it exacerbates its the size to the west is just how much there's stuff there is to the east. And in that region, like you have basically all the meaningful state or cities in Delaware, because that's in the north. You have everything. Like you have Scranton kind of in the east, and you have Philly, and then all of Jersey and New York, all in a very
the coast is nearer the coast.
Within about 2 hours.
And there's like Atlantic City, and there's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff like within the 3 hours away from Philly. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and then
including State College.
Yeah, and you just go west, and it dries up immediately.
Well, it's funny. Hoborg said in State College, he's like he's 3 hours from Philly, 3 hours from New York, 3 hours from like Pittsburgh, and like 3 hours from like Columbus or something. He's like 3 hours away from anything.
The second you leave State College, it's literally like fucking nothing.
It is, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So State College was a founded in 1855 as
The city or the
Farmers High
school?
Just like the the college itself,
Okay.
because it was originally like a small village, and then it turned into a town because of that.
What was it called before State? I can't imagine.
It was incorporated as a borough, and
What was it called before State College? If
I'm
anything.
trying to find that right now.
Because like, I would, unless they had the read on what was going, they're like they're going to build a college here 50 years from now. I think the oldest university in the U.S. is Harvard, I think. Is it Columbia? Is it Yale? I'm pretty... Is it Princeton? It might be Princeton.
Hold on.
Well, because I think one of them is older than the U.S.
Looks like it's Harvard.
Yeah, Harvard's the oldest, right?
I believe. Yeah, it says 1636.
Yeah, it's older than the U.S.
Yeah, definitely.
Funny, in the U.S., the saying is that, like, in England, 100 miles is a long way, and in the U.S., 100 years is a long time. Because, colonial American history started in, I don't know.
Like 500 years
Yeah,
ago.
I mean, well, like, there was, like, colonists here in, like, I don't know, the 1600s, but... Oh, you get a jump back if you get frozen. Fun fact.
Ooh.
What's the
Alright.
score? Oh, it's not over.
It is 1-1. and it is
The game was over.
still. It is 1-1 in the stocks as well.
I miscounted.
But Nav down on percent. But if we can get the early kill on
But-
Nana, or dies instead.
So it's 2-1 Ices.
Yeah, 2-1 go Diogo.
No coaching.
No coaching.
I have an answer. I do know the answer.
I don't know the answer. I would tell you.
Lock in, Nav. Lock in. Pick a stage.
In the Genesis rule set, it says you're allowed to coach between resets of grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
Because it's
during
like
a set.
technically a new set.
I think that like there should be like matches or showcase matches. There should
Well, do you remember the Evo thing where Hungrybox was getting coached mid-set by Crunch? And they said, well, SFAT also got coached because, who was this, G Money?
I think so.
He went up to him and was pretending, he was like pretending to coach him and then walked away. Because he was making fun of Crunch for coaching. That's why they didn't DQ Hungrybox. Said, well, SFAT got coached also. But it was literally like, oh my God, that is like, what? Like, that was like so lame. They should have said, no, we messed up. They shouldn't have even made that like excuse. If we go back and watch like the old Apexes, there's like like the Mewtwo King, like there's like Cactus and or like Zoo like sitting right next to them, like telling them stuff.
Yeah, I think part of the problem with coaching is just part of the time it takes. I think it's just if you're getting coached, it has to be like during the game, and if you lose focus, that's on you.
I just don't think it'd be that effective to have someone in the middle of the game be like, "Don't do drill, don't do drill."
But I think it'd be so tough if they had like, all right, like time break, they're talking, because I think it'd be more interesting as a spectator to see how the player adapts going into the set. I think
It just kind of makes a slightly less even playing field, I guess, probably.
Yeah, and it also really disadvantages people that don't have a coach. That's part of the problem.
that's why I was thinking it's more like showcase matches. Like obviously, like Zane, Cody doesn't have coaches. You could have
Imagine people in like round one pool losers being like, having like, spending like 5 minutes between each game to be like, okay, how do I beat Peach down smash?
I think you should hold down. I think just do that. Just
Well,
hold
okay,
down.
let's make a diagram. Let's spend 10 minutes working on this.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to? I think you're allowed to like read notes on your phone though. That's usually allowed. But you're
Yeah.
probably not allowed to like look at like messages that are sent like after the set started. Everything's up to the TO.
It really is. Yeah, it is TO. Like,
But I think you can definitely look at notes you've written before the set during the set. I think that would always be allowed.
yeah.
People do. I know. It'd probably work. But then it's like, who's really going to get an advantage from their friend like, hey, do more drill, up tilt.
I mean,
Like,
that is
oh,
coaching,
wow.
but like,
I don't.
part of it is the nerd level of it. If you're gonna
Give me
look
your
over
phone.
and be like, yes, you're messaging someone's messaging you coaching. Like, yes, they're being a nerd for a mid-set coaching on the phone. You're even worse for having looked over and,
Oh,
and
here's what you do.
verified
Here's
that's
what you
what they're doing.
You text your opponent mid-set a strategy against you, and then if they read it, you then disqualify them for being mid-set coach.
So true.
Like, who are you messaging? They take the phone. It's just a picture of Falco Lombardi with a massive cock.
That's banned. I mean, in the end, it's always up to the TO, so it's like.
Oh no.
So when you say riding Mario, do you mean riding Mario as if he was Yoshi?
As if he was Yoshi. As if
Okay.
he was Yoshi.
Because in the context of the conversation
Yeah,
we've been having.
no, like as if he was Yoshi, but it was weird because Mario wasn't wearing a shirt; he was just like hairy chest. And I was like, if someone looks over my shoulder, this is gonna be like a
Oh, that's
professional
it.
violation.